As we look to start the new school year, I want to thank you for your engagement, support, and continuing advocacy for all of our students. As a community, we have faced many challenges through COVID-19. But through it all, we have planned for the eventual return of our students to the classrooms. One of the greatest challenges is the continuously changing environment, both locally and nationally. In May, ahead of many other districts across the country, we ordered enough devices to ensure each student would have one to start the school year. Through the spring and summer, we were reassured by our vendor we'd have enough for all students to start the year. But we've seen during this pandemic that supply lines on everything have had unexpected delays. It wasn't long ago that shortages of paper towels and other essentials were affecting all of our lives. At our August 10th board meeting, I announced we would not receive all of the ordered devices in time. We would be 15,000 short. To the understandable frustration of many, we've now made 3 central appeals to our community, not to mention those made by individual schools to fill out surveys in an effort to help us secure enough devices for every student. While we have sent these appeals asking the community to opt out of accepting school system devices, it hasn't yielded enough. We've scoured the schools to come up with devices, but they're too old and we cannot get enough of them in working condition. So we are at a point now where we have to finalize virtual learning plans. You need to know how we are moving forward, and you need to know how your child will receive virtual instruction beginning the first day of school on September 8th. As a result of our device shortage, we will be distributing HCPS devices to all students in grades 4 through 12 who have not yet opted out. We will not be able to provide students in kindergarten through grade 3 with an HCPS device prior to the start of school. While this is not what we had planned for, I feel encouraged our schools are determined to find a solution. Despite the lack of devices, it is essential that every teacher will still be delivering live online instruction from kindergarten through grade 12 for any student who can access it. For families with children who can't participate in the live online learning for any reason, we've developed asynchronous instruction options too. We will provide additional information in the form of a Parent Academy video on Monday on the HCPS Together webpage. For those families who requested asynchronous learning in their intentions form, we will be reaching out directly with more information and instructions early next week. Elementary schools are still distributing textbooks and other materials of instruction from September 1 through September 4 for students at all grade levels. If your student does not have access to a device to start the school year, please communicate that information when you go to the school to pick up your other instructional materials. Our Chromebook supplier has indicated that delayed devices will arrive by mid-October. We're cautiously optimistic. Between now and then, we will give any functioning device we can get our hands on to the schools to provide to the students who need them most. We know the pandemic is still impacting our lives in many different ways, but we will get through this, HCPS together.